Hello everyone, today we are having a bit of a rodent problem. We have a lot of mice right here. They are all eSports mice designed by ZOWIE, also a brand from BenQ themselves. And there are a total of 10 mice here. Most of them are duplicates because they are from the same series but with a different size. The naming scheme is causing quite a bit of confusion as far as we know, but we will clear the confusion in this video. And we will focus on all these 4 different mice, and all these 6 ones we'll just put it aside for now. We prepared a notebook because there are quite a lot of points to go through with only these 4 esports centric mice. Again, ZOWIE is a brand that is meant for esports. They are designed specifically with esports players around the world so that you will get the best experience when you are playing in a tournament. So let's just start off with a quick unboxing of one of the mice. So let's just start with the ZA series, which is this one. We have the ZA11. Why we are only unboxing one of it here in this video is because all of them comes with a very similar content. So you got this box right here, you got the top-down view outline of the mouse itself, and the back here you have some logo, product information. There's nothing much here actually, not even the specs of the mouse itself. And you can see at the side here, ZOWIE logo, and then the specific mouse that you're getting. Nothing else. That's pretty basic. Once you open the mouse, you get this plastic cover with a plastic top, hard shell cover right here. Open it up, you take out the mouse, and you also have a few accessories like this thing. This is the ZOWIE sticker. You also have your mouse feet right here, one set, extra set, if you ever wear your original one out, so you can just swap on with this. You have this welcome card right here, welcome to the club card actually, and then you also have a user guide which we are not going to touch right here. So let's just put all the accessories back in. As for the unboxing part, that's pretty much it. So do a quick unboxing of all the other mouse right here. Okay, so we have all the 4 mice unboxed right here. From my left to right, your left to right, this is the EC2B, EC2A, and then you have the FK2 and also the ZA11. So we are gonna talk this one first. All of these mice are different from each other because they have different profiles. So I mean profile right here is by the shape and size, the geometry of it. The naming scheme wise, it's a bit confusing, which we will go through one by one. So let's just put all these 3 aside for now. We will talk about the ZA series first, the ZA1 series. So according to ZOWIE themselves, they brand it as ambidextrous yet high profile, and that's why you can see it's a bit thicker around the body right here. And then you can see that you also have your side buttons on the left side. So both sides here you have buttons too. There are a total of 7 buttons on this mouse itself. Unfortunately, ZOWIE doesn't offer any sort of software, so you cannot customize or reprogram any of these buttons. And at the bottom right here, you can see that there's also a DPI cycle button. You can change from 4 levels of DPI. You have 400, 800, 1600 and also 3200. Once we plug it in, you can see that this mouse alone, you have no LED except for the bottom. The color of this LED represents the DPI. I'm not sure what this color means, but that's how it goes. As you can see here, ZOWIE really does eliminate any sort of distraction. So you can see there are no LED when you put it on the table and on the mousepad. The mousepad that we are using here is also one from ZOWIE. It's called the G-SR. If you like high-profile mouse, ambidextrous high-profile mouse, perhaps you may like this. Again, I really do recommend you to try all of these mouse. It's more towards personal preference. So before I forget, the ZA1 series comes in 3 different sizes. You have ZA11, ZA12 and also ZA13. As the number goes higher, the size gets smaller. ZA11 is the largest, ZA13 is the smallest. It is also available in white variants, so you have ZA11 in white, ZA12 in white, and also ZA13 in white. That means you have a total of 6 different mouse within the ZA1 series itself. So, with that out of the way, we shall move on to the second mouse, which is the FK series. So the main difference between the ZA1 and the FK series is the profile itself. You can see this one is a lot thinner. It is also ambidextrous, which is why you can see you have side buttons around this area and also on the other side, but it is just a lot thinner than the ZA1 series. So being an ambidextrous low profile mouse, you can see that, well, you can just use it with your left hand or right hand, obviously, since it's ambidextrous. But with a low profile, you can pretty much use with a claw grip, palm grip, or fingertip grip, no matter what you like, personal preference once again. Once again, no LEDs on the mouse. You can see once I plug it in to this laptop right here, 0 LEDs at the top. But the same concept applies from the ZA1 series. You have a DPI cycle button at the back and also one LED right here. You can cycle between 400, 800, 1600 and 3200 DPI. It is also available in white color. Is it? Yes. You have a total of 3 different sizes: FK1 Plus, FK1 and FK2. The one that we have here is the FK2, the smallest of them all, and the FK1 Plus is the largest of them all. Again, really depends on your personal preference. You will need to grab the mouse with your own hands to see if it fits your hand. So let's move on to the third mouse in this series. The 2 last ones that we are going to talk about is pretty similar. So we will talk about the first one. This is the ECA series according to them. The 2 right here is the size. So this mouse is meant for right-handed usage only. As you can see here, this is reminiscent of all the other mice around the market. You can see the ROG Gladius, some of the Razer Mamba. Those mice have more or less the same shape. It's an ergonomic right-handed only design. You have no side buttons on this side, and when you put it on the table and you just grab it, you can see that it's tilted like this. So when you grab it, it feels very, very comfortable. I've been using the EC2B for quite a long time. Talk about that later in the video. And for this mouse, you still get the DPI cycle at the back, but this time around you have something different. You have an LED right here, and also the only mouse that they are offering with an LED on the scroll wheel itself. ECA series, you have a few different colors too. You have EC1A, EC2A in 2 different sizes. EC1A being the larger one, EC2A being the smaller one, and then you also have white color variants for both the mouse. So for the ECA series alone, you have a total of 4 different variants. Now let's move on to the last variant of all. This is the EC2B, my favorite out of all the mouse right here. Actually, it doesn't really differ much from the EC2A, except for some minor changes like a new upgraded sensor. This one comes with a 3360 PixArt sensor, and then you can see that the shape is the same. It still feels the same, but one thing's for sure, the LED has been moved back to the bottom right here. So when you cycle your DPI, you press this button and the LED is right here instead of on the scroll wheel like the EC2A mouse that we've just showcased not long ago. Also, you have another LED right here. This one is the polling rate, which is only found on the EC2B and EC1B series of mouse. The names are really quite confusing. So the polling rate you can change from 125Hz, 500Hz and also 1000Hz. Mouse grip still feels the same as this one, the EC1B, just that scroll wheel difference. The mouse feet has also been changed actually. You can see EC2A has large mouse feet, and then the EC2B has these 4 little mouse feet around the 4 corners. Yeah, upgraded sensor, 3360, this is 33110, not the Nokia phone by the way. and the scroll wheel LED has been removed and position it at the back. You have EC1B CSGO edition, EC2B CSGO edition. These are a bit of a dark bluish kind of color. I'll show you the picture right here. This one also comes in a total of 4 different variants. They don't have the white color variant, only comes in the CSGO variant. That's pretty much all the difference between all of these mouse. These mice are kind of different from each other, so you really need to test. Firstly, you need to consider what sort of profile that you like. Do you like ambidextrous low profile, ambidextrous high profile, and perhaps you like an ergonomic right-handed design? And do you want LED on your scroll wheel, or you don't? If you don't, go for this. I would highly recommend you to take your own hand, grab the mouse and feel if it suits you. If not, you're just looking at the specs itself. It kind of provides some guidance, but it's not an ultimatum purchase for me. I would still highly recommend you to just hold the mouse on your own hands and see how it feels and how you would like it. In terms of price, all these 3, the ZA1 series, the FK series, and also the ECA series, all of them are priced at 319 ringgit over at the official BenQ store over at Lazada. As for the ECB series, it is priced at 379 ringgit over at the official Lazada store at BenQ. So as for which one's for you, you really need to test it for yourself. As for me, I came from a mouse which is also pretty similarly shaped as this one. I'm using the ROG Gladius, by the way, the first generation one. That mouse, pretty much similar, so I can just grab it like this and use it. I find that this mouse suits me a lot. This one, it suits me too, but for the LED, I'm not too sure if it suits. If I really like the color of the LED on the scroll wheel itself. So this one's for me. I'm not sure what's for you. Left-handed people, probably these two. And I have to admit one thing, that I did use these two mouse with my left hand too, because I'm born left-handed and yeah, I can control a mouse with my left hand. Too bad though, you cannot reprogram all the buttons. All these mice here are actually locked and they are driverless, so you cannot reprogram any of the buttons. To recap today's video, we have here, I'm not sure what kind of shape that you like. So for left-handed people, maybe you like a low profile mouse design. This is the FK2. Low profile ambidextrous design. High profile ambidextrous design, this is the ZA1 series. And then you have right-handed design only, ergonomic right-handed design is the full name actually. The EC2A series, and the slightly different variant of it, this is the ECB series of the mouse, also right-handed ergonomic design. That's pretty much it for today's video. I know it's a bit confusing with all the names and numbers and alphabets. If you have any questions, do leave us down in the section below. We will answer them for sure. If you have any other questions, you want faster response perhaps, you can PM us over at our Facebook page. We can always PM Tepi, and we'll try to help you in finding whatever mouse that suits you. Again, I would highly recommend you to grab the mouse with your own hands and try it out for yourself. That's all for today's video. Do subscribe to this channel, Nasi Lemak Tech of course, and we'll see you in the next video.